Hi everybody. Just wanted to give you another update on what we're going to be doing for communion this Sunday. We've added a few things, not added in terms of the process, but just added some things here in the sanctuary to hopefully make it a little easier to follow along and know what's going on. I know it might be a little confusing the first couple times we do this because we don't know, this is new to all of us. But one thing I wanted to do first is to say, I don't know if you've been following along with some of the news, some of the updates, but one thing that has happened was there was a church up in Lena, Illinois, and they sued in federal court, sued Governor Pritzker and said that he was not allowing them to practice their constitutional rights and with his mandate here in Illinois. They actually lost that lawsuit. And that was just, I believe, yesterday that came through. And the judge said that because Governor Pritzker is allowing for drive-in services and for groups of up to 10 people to gather in the building at one time, that even though it's not ideal, even though this is not the way we're used to doing things, that still we're able to practice our faith. So because of that, we need to be mindful of that. We need to be careful of that. We need to be considerate of that. That might be challenged. That probably will be challenged. I think they are appealing it as we speak. But currently, a federal court has weighed in, and so we need to consider that. So, as we talked about the other day, we're going to limit the amount of people in the sanctuary at any one time to 10. And so 8 people at a time will be coming into the sanctuary from their cars. There's going to be a deacon outside. So when the deacon, probably be Jan or Vic or someone like that, they're going to be outside and they say, okay, once the group that's inside is left, you can come up to the doors, and as you come through the doors, try to stay away from other people, that social distancing that we've been asked to do. And you can come in the doors, and as you come in, we're going to have the rows marked and things like that. So I kind of wanted to just walk you through that just one more time, because I think it can be a little bit confusing. So we're going to have the rows, our pews, all marked. Not all of them, but there's going to be marked pews, and one of them, so see right here behind me, there's the first pew is marked. It's marked, and so that one is going to be the first pew that a group of people can come in. And if you're alone, if you're single, if you're coming here by yourself, what we're going to ask you to do is come in. Don't sit, or don't try not to touch anything, but you can come in and go all the way to the end of the pew. And then if there's another person who is by themselves, single, they can sit on the other end. So you're separated, you're far apart, things like that. But so there can be 2 people, or if you're a family, just go ahead, sit in that pew. But 2 people sitting on complete opposite sides. The pews are plenty long, so you'll have plenty of distance there. So one person on the far side, one person on the near side. But that'll be one pew, just max 2 people or a family. 2 people or a family, that's the max. And then we'll go back a few rows, and then the next row of people will be on the other side. It'll be on the other side, and it'll be 4 rows back. So we've gone 4 rows back, and it's on the other side of the church. And then we'll go another 4 rows back and go on the other side again. So we're going back and forth, go 4 rows back and forth. That way, you're separated. Families are, so again, a family can sit in a pew, but if there's 2 in a pew, or a family, you're separated on either side of the sanctuary, the left and the right. You're also several rows are separating you from other people. And that way, so if we have 8 in here at a time, it might only be 2 rows. If there's 2 families of 4, it might only be 2 rows that are used, but we have several rows. The other thing that's going to happen is that after your group leaves, what the deacon that's inside is going to do is come and take that, and they're going to move it to the next row. So nobody that comes in, no group that comes in will ever sit in the same row as someone else. Every single group, I'll put that back real quick. Every single group that comes in, every time there's a new group that comes in, they're going to be sitting in a new row, every single time. So that doesn't matter if it's on the this side or that side. They'll all be moved back. Every time someone sits in it, it'll get moved back to a new row so that you don't have to worry if someone's been sitting there or all that kind of stuff. It'll get moved back and it'll be a new row. You don't have to touch the pews unless you need that to help you get up. That's fine. But you don't have to touch the pews. You know, if you touch, the less you touch, the better. We're going to have the hand sanitizers all over the place. You know, when you walk in, when you walk out. Every time I serve someone, I'm going to sanitize my hand after every single time, so that when you come up, I will have sanitized hands. I'm going to be wearing a mask. So we're going to try to do those things as much as possible. As you get up, so say you're sitting over on this side of the pew. When you come in the doors, you can come in, keep your distance, find the nearest to the front pew. If someone is already sitting there, find the other side, the nearest one on the other side, all the marked ones. But then as you get up, so when I've said the words of institution, I invite the first pew to come up. You can come out of your pew, come out to the left, and we've actually marked on the floors a spot there for you to stand. So if you're coming from this side, over here on this side, you come out and you stand there. If you're coming from this side, go out the other way and stand over there. There's another spot over there, back behind me. So we've tried to mark it out and mark out how you're supposed to walk up. So I'm gonna walk up. I know it's the camera keeps moving around, so it's a little tricky there, but you're gonna walk up one side, and that is marked there behind me. You're to come stand up here, up by the altar, and that is also marked. See if I can get it there. See, it's marked on the floor. So you by yourself or you with your family can stand here, and I will try to be as far away as possible until the only time we will get in within that 6-foot barrier is when I give you the wafer and give you the wine. That's the only time. Then you can go down the other side, and that as well is marked. So we kind of got a pathway marked. And then, as I mentioned the other day in the other video, there's a spot for you to put your wine glass. Then there's a spot for you to put your offering. And then as you walk out, there is a place for you to sanitize your hands. Then you can walk out the breezeway. And out here, we're actually going to do something special for moms. Usually we get moms some carnations, things like that. We'll have it set out a little bit different, but instead of the carnations, we've got moms some petunias and some other things from the high school sale, the ag department sale. And so those, we've supported the high school, and we're gonna bless you moms so you can, if you come in for communion. Otherwise, if you're not gonna come in for communion, just let the deacon that's outside know, and you can come up quick and grab one of those. You're welcome to do that. They're gonna be here in the breezeway, so they kind of stay in a little bit of a greenhouse here in the breezeway. Then as you exit, if you haven't already heard before, back in February, early March, we got we got a push button put in. You can either press that, or you can hit it with your hip, or you can try to elbow it or something like that. If you want to not touch it, then you can do those things. But then you can walk out and go back to your car. All right, hope you guys are doing well, and looking forward to this week, this outdoor service. I hope it's not raining. We'll try to do the service, even if it is raining, we'll have to make some adjustments. We'll still try to do the drive-up service. I'll just try to stand inside and underneath the cover, but we'll still try to make it happen. And we'll still definitely try to make communion happen, because that'll be inside already. But we'll still try to do those services, the indoor service and everything like that. And other than that, I hope you're doing well, and I look forward to this weekend, and saying Happy Mother's Day to all you moms out there. And we'll see you later. All right, God bless. Thanks.